This is going to be going over the research facility, Nono shop, and the policy office in Arc City. I've already gone over the policy office once. This is going to be taking a look at the research facility mostly, just to see because some stuff has moved around. We're going to talk about what the most important things to unlock are here and the order that you should prioritize them. So in order to even participate in the research facility, you need these research notes. The research notes, you can purchase them in Nono shop. There's a bunch of other stuff here. We'll go over that after we finish the research facility. To buy the research notes, you need these policy points, and the policy points are over here in the policy office. Before the policy office, you have the force tutorial for it. You just pick whichever disaster you want. They don't let you pick at first, but for the next one, you can just pick based on which secondary rewards you want. And then you'll just start doing policies. The policies, just pick whichever gets you closer to your goal, really. There's one more thing where sometimes you have two policies, one reduces 1 day, one reduces 2. I think you always go for the 2-day. This is just because even if it makes it harder to hit your goal, the secondary goals aren't that important. It's just some secondary mats. The main thing is just for having current grade C, you get 80 stars, or it might be 60 now, but you get some amount of stars for finishing your policy, whatever the scenario is called. So I think it's more important to just cycle through your stuff and get more stars. Also on the first one, because they force you to put in your supporters, you can swap them out for units you actually care about. That would also be nice. There is one thing to note though, there are some achievements related to these indexes or bars here. So we have happiness and then the other 3. If you go to your achievements here, and I think it's in this one here. So 10 happiness or lower in Arc City, and 100 happiness. The other 3 just need 75 or higher, so you might want to try and grab these at some point. I plan on going for the 10 happiness first myself. Anyways, you get your policy points, buy your research. What are these called? Research notes. Then you can use them in the research facility. The most important thing to go for first is this one here. This one decreases your policy creation time. So it's 360 at base, goes down to 348, so minus 12. This actually kind of sucks because this means that we should lose an hour, so we'll go from 6 hours to 5 to regenerate each new policy. I say it sucks because in the playtest, we only had 3 hours to get new policies, so a little bit sad because this means that in a week is 24 times 7, then divide that by 5. We only get 33.6 policies, so that's a little bit sad. Hopefully they let us decrease this more. I don't see any other source of it in here though. But in order to get here, you have to enhance 15 things first. Each new column only unlocks per 5 enhances. So you're gonna get this first. Get extra affinity when implementing a policy proposed by a combatant, and then you're kind of forced to grab this. This one's better than the bottom row because you have more unlocks up here. So enhance this once, enhance this 4 times, and then we're going to max this out and get our minus 1 hour. From here, next I would go for this. I think this is one of the most important things here. Communication passes, use them for your excursions, you use them for your therapy sessions in the trauma center. So you definitely want to try to get this as fast as possible. So start enhancing everything up here. I think about here you're gonna have to enhance this bottom one 2 times. Or not this one, you're gonna have to enhance this one 2 times. It doesn't really do anything, you just need to enhance it in order to make it over here. So then once you unlock this, there's a couple things you could go for. So this one's kind of confusing. It increases the purchase limit by 1. It can do it 5 times. So I would expect you increase it by 5. But surely it doesn't apply to every single item. Because if you could buy this 5 times, that would be kind of crazy. Because this is just probably the most important item in the shop. The multi-dimensional alignment material. I mean, it's basically a gear selector. So, or we don't know to what extent, but it's some level of a gear selector when crafting. So this is completely insane. Being able to buy, I don't even know if we have enough policy points to do it, but you could buy up to 6 a month. It would be crazy. So I feel like it's not going to apply to this. I expected it mostly to apply to the research notes. That way you had a 40 a week. We'll take a look at the rest of the shop later. That's just one thing where I'm not sure exactly how this is going to apply. So we'll find out once we get here. I'm probably going to enhance this just to find out. Besides that, down here, the next thing you want to import is this one. Increase special grade policy occurrence chance by 10%. And this will scale all the way up to 50%. I don't know if this is multiplicative or additive. Like, if it just increases the base chance by 50%, or if it adds 50%. I don't think it adds 50%. That sounds kind of crazy, though I wasn't really paying attention during the playtest. Either way, special grade policies are really, really nice. They give you 20 policy points, so you probably want to get this. Besides that, I would grab this after, because it's right after it. More affinity when implementing a policy proposed by a combatant. Free affinity, we love that. And then after that, make your way up here, and you might as well grab this. Gain an additional 1 affinity upon giving a gift. Just for when you want to enhance your affinity on your units, this will help you do it a little bit faster. And you get some nice stuff along the way, like additional 2 affinity when on excursions, extra rewards when going on excursions, extra affinity when treating traumatized people. So then you're almost done at this point. Like you've made it up to here, and you've made it up to here. I think all of this stuff is kind of not that useful, so I would just start enhancing the bottom row. You might as well unlock new spots for excursion, so you can start filling out the excursion journal more for each of your characters. At the very end here, increases the number of agents who appear for excursions to 20. This is probably nice once your unit roster starts filling out, because then you won't have people competing for the spaces. But the additional sands, you can get an additional 5 here. I don't think this like matters. No one really uses this stuff. So then we have the last 4 nodes here. This just reduces the decrease in happiness when a disaster occurs. So my guess is that because here, like, you have the other, like, tourism index loss decrease. There's another one here. I don't, because these are worded differently. So decrease tourism index loss from calamity by economic activity. Like, I have these do some sort of reduction, or like reduce your decrease in values. I'm just gonna say these are supposed to make it easier for you to get the S ranks and keep your values high. These are your last ones to get anyways, might as well just grab them. So then for Nono shop, I said we do this last. The research notes, you definitely want to buy these. This is easily the most important thing in the shop though. It costs 1,000 policy points. This is probably going to take you like 2 weeks, maybe longer actually, because I did the calc before with well, assuming we had 3 hours. If you have 5 hours, let's just say, I mean, yeah, 1 week is 7 divided by 5, you have 33. So this is going to get you, like, let's just say like 350. This is probably going to take you like 3 weeks maybe. You definitely want to make sure you have enough policy points for this. For your research notes, probably try and get the minus cooldown at least. We're not going to be able to buy this the first month. This is a goal for the second month and onwards. Besides that, this you only need 1 for now. It's just for Noah. Event trauma codes don't need the codes, so it's not really a huge deal. You can just buy this as needed. And then also, once you finish like your research facility, you're not going to need the research notes at all, which will open you up a lot. You'll be able to start buying this a lot more consistently. You also have some policies here. These are really just to cycle your policies more. Like, it's a net negative policy point gain, but you can use it just to get some affinity and cycle your stuff more. This gives affinity for your units. You also have some units here for any excess you have. I think the units are something that you definitely only start buying after you finish doing your entire research facility. But that is it for the entire policy system research facility guide, and hopefully this helped whoever needed it.